Okay, so let's get right into it. What if I told you there's a secret playbook out there for pub and restaurant owners? A way to totally dominate your local scene, turning likes and views into actual cash in the till? Well, there is, and it all comes from the mind of one guy, Gary Vaynerchuk. Let's break down his game plan.
But first, I have a serious question for every pub owner watching. Is your pub invisible? I mean, you could have the best craft beer, the most amazing Sunday roast, the best vibe in the whole city, but if you're silent online to a massive chunk of your potential customers, you might as well not even exist.
Think about it. For literally centuries, your main advertising tool was a chalkboard on the pavement. Simple, right? But today, the real pub window, it's not on the street. It's this, the little glowing rectangle in every single person's hand. And that one shift changes absolutely everything.
Yep, the new pub window is digital. That entire journey, from I fancy a pint to let's go to that place. It all happens on their phone now. If you're not showing up there, you're not even in the running.
And listen, this isn't just some vague theory. This has a real, measurable cost. The numbers show that pubs with zero social media game are losing about a quarter of their potential customers. That's 1 in every 4 people walking right past your door and into your competitors, just because they're making noise online and you're not.
And if you want to see the future, just look at how the next generation finds new spots. For Gen Z, TikTok isn't just a place for dance videos. It is their #1 search engine for finding bars and restaurants. It is absolutely crushing Google. Think about that for a second.
And here's the kicker. In this super noisy digital world, being silent isn't neutral. It's actually a negative. When someone looks you up on Instagram and your last post was from 6 months ago, they don't think, oh, they must be really busy. No, they think, this place is probably dead, or maybe it's even shut down.
Okay, so how do you fix this? It all starts with one single crucial shift in your thinking. And I promise, it's not about becoming some marketing guru. It's about completely changing how you see marketing in the first place. This is the absolute core of Gary Vee's whole philosophy. People are so done with polished corporate-style ads. We can sniff out a sales pitch a mile away. What we actually want is authenticity. We want to see the real life, the real energy, the real people that make your pub great. We want a story, not an advertisement.
And that leads right into his most famous idea: document, don't create. And honestly, this should be a massive weight off your shoulders. You do not need to sit in a dark room trying to invent clever content ideas. Your pub is already a machine that produces amazing content 24/7. Your only job is to capture it.
I mean, just think about it. The bartender pulling that perfect first pint of the day, that's content. The chef yelling service from the kitchen pass, content. That shaky, slightly blurry iPhone video of the entire pub absolutely losing its mind when the local team scores a last-minute winner, that, my friends, is pure gold.
Okay, so you've got the storyteller mindset. You're ready to document. Now for the actual game plan. We can break it all down into 5 core plays that you can start running this week.
The first play is called jab, 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 right hook. See, most pubs just throw right hooks all day long. Buy our burger, book a table now, 2 for 1 drinks. It's just exhausting. Instead, Gary's model says you give, give, give. Maybe a funny meme, a behind-the-scenes video, a fun poll. And only then do you ask for something in return. You have to earn their attention before you can ask for their money.
And here's what that rhythm actually looks like in a real week. You make them laugh on Monday, you show them some personality on Tuesday, you get their opinion on Wednesday, and by the time Friday rolls around and you post, hey, we've got live music tonight, well, your audience is actually warmed up and paying attention. Now, that might sound totally overwhelming, but it ties right back to documenting. The algorithms that run social media today, they're hungry. They reward volume and consistency way more than they reward Hollywood-level production quality. You just need to show up every single day. So how in the world do you create that much stuff without going crazy? You use the content pyramid. It's simple. You film one big thing. Let's say it's a busy DJ night. And then you spend a little time chopping that one big video into dozens of tiny little micro pieces. Clips, quotes, memes, stories. One night of filming can seriously fuel your social media for a whole week.
Next up, you've got to tap into what everyone is already talking about. This is basically free marketing. When the Euros are on, you talk about football. When a sound is trending on TikTok, you stick it on a video of a cocktail being made. You're joining a massive existing conversation instead of trying to start a new one from scratch. So, let's just put it all together real quick.
You document to build trust, you jab to earn goodwill, you use volume to stay top of mind, and you use cultural relevance to get discovered. And what's the final piece? Community. When you do all this, you build a real community, and that's what turns all this online chatter into actual real-world loyalty.
Which, of course, brings us to the most important question of all. This stuff is great, but how do likes and comments actually pay the bills? Let's connect the dots from all this attention to cold, hard profit. Let's just play with some numbers, and we'll be super conservative. What if this entire strategy just brought in an extra 15 new customers a day? You know, people who picked your pub over the one down the street specifically because they saw your stuff online?
Okay, but watch how fast this starts to add up. Let's say the average spend is about 18 pounds. Well, those 15 people a day suddenly turn into almost 1,900 pounds in extra revenue every single week.
And if you stretch that out over a full year, yeah, you are looking at just shy of £100,000 in additional turnover. Suddenly spending a few minutes a day making content on your phone doesn't feel like a chore anymore, does it? It's a massive revenue driver.
So please, remember this. Online attention is not a fluffy, nice-to-have metric. It's football. It's people coming back again and again. It's a packed house on quiz night. Every single like and comment has a real pound sign attached to it.
Okay, we've covered the why and the what. So let's wrap this up by talking about the how. Because knowing the playbook is one thing, but actually putting it into action day after day, that's how you actually win the game.
And this is the reality for every pub owner out there, isn't it? You have the playbook now. You get it. You know exactly what you need to do. But when you're already pulling 70-hour weeks just keeping the lights on and the beer flowing, who on earth has the time to do all this? That's the real challenge. And the final question we're going to leave you with